For a very long time, gold and silver coins were alloyed to a certain extent with other metals. Let's say copper, I think was one, maybe nickel. The reason for this was to make the coin harder, because coins were passed from hand to hand, and you didn't want a soft metal, gold in particular, constantly being abraded simply by those transactions, those physical transactions. So that was designed initially to maintain the value of the coin. Less of the coin would be abraded in these normal hand-to-hand transactions. Now, it became a dishonest practice where the treasuries, typically, Henry VIII is a good example, Diocletian in the Roman Empire, Henry VIII as one of the English kings, early English kings. Coinage would come back to the mint to be melted down and recoined because it had been abraded. And what would the mint do? Instead of putting in the normal amount of silver and the normal amount of base metals to harden the coin, it would decrease the amount of silver and put in more base metal, but put that coin out at the same value. And that little bit of silver that was removed, who would get that? Would it be the king or the emperor, whoever, the treasury? So the treasury was making a profit on recoining the currency by debasing the coinage. And eventually that became to such a point where the coinage was no longer accepted in the marketplace. Diocletian was a great example of that, the Roman Empire. People no longer accepted the silver coinage because they knew how debased it was. Today you'll find that many of the treasuries throughout the, or mints at least throughout the world that generate silver and gold coins, those coins are 100% gold or silver. There's no non-precious metal content. Well, that's because most people don't use that coinage in circulation. They'll purchase the coins and they'll put them in a safety deposit box, put them at some place where they won't be, in a sense, subject to kind of abrasion. Why? Because they're investment items. People don't use gold and silver coin in our modern economy, at least, as over-the-counter monetary transactions.